Hello. Many greetings and happy hellos to everyone here. How are we doing today? How's everyone? How's living? How's life? How's everyone feeling? How are the reading challenges going? Mine, of course, is yet undone, and that's why we are sitting down today and working on those together. I don't really know how much... I don't know how much I'm going to be doing personally today as far as, being the entertaining streamer. But I hope that this turns out to be a nice cozy space for you guys to all read some articles alongside me, leave some comments of your own. And yeah, articles for judging. I have a lot of articles to also read still. I made more work for myself by kind of going back on the first wave of cuts that I made, and I said, no, I'm gonna sit down and I'm at the very least going to give a proper read through on all of the first wave cuts. Because maybe I judge things too quickly. Maybe there's some gold in there that I just kind of skimmed over and didn't give a fair chance. And I figure, why not? It's really nice to just sit down and read these articles. And so I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna do my best. So of course I have my sippy at the ready. I recommend everyone go get their favorite little drink, or at least the best drink they have on hand. Of course mine today is just water. But hey, just water is also really good. I started yesterday, so I feel like I'm doing well. Find it's quite easy to tell who put effort in and who threw together 300 words on a 4th week article. Yeah, I mean, fourth week article. 4th week article, people are already rushing through that. I don't think there's a single 4th week article that I really, managed to polish up that well. Although, I don't know, it's surprising. I did basically all of my polishing work the day before and the day of, the end of summer camp. So, so it's a little rough. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I have to recalculate my total word count for summer camp because, after the polishing, of course I added a bunch of extra words, a little fluff for a couple extra paragraphs. And yeah, so prior to that step, I was somewhere around, in the 10,000 word range, which is kind of, almost as close to the bare minimum you can get for summer camp. 300 words per for 32 articles. I was about, right there. But then I see all the people who are writing, 40, 50 plus thousand words. I'm like, how do you guys manage to do this? I barely have time to live. I barely have time to exist. So yeah, we're gonna see what we can get done today. We're gonna at least start working on our reading challenge article. So we'll at least have that going for us, and however many articles we can manage to actually read and look at. I may share some of those articles on the screen. I don't know, I might, because I don't know, I still have that little ick about just reading people's articles without them knowing or giving me permission. So I might show some articles that I'm reading on the screen and just not make fanfare about it. But if you see something on my screen and you're really curious about what I'm reading, you are more than welcome to ask. I'm sure no one will really get upset if a couple links are thrown around here. But let's see. Let me just pop open WorldAnvil. I usually have my tabs prepared, but today we're just doing it live, you know what I mean? So let's see, let's get my little stuff screen pulled up. So here we go. Everyone enjoys a like. That's true. I don't know, some people, and I totally get this mindset, some people just don't want their work to get a lot of attention if they're not especially proud of it. And so there are gonna be people who are like, oh, maybe don't read mine on stream, because they're like, oh, I don't really feel too confident about how this goes, or I want to work on this before people really, get their hands on it. So I don't know. I don't want to put too much emphasis on things that people aren't ready to show. But I will have my little list. Or I will not show you my list. That is important. My little judging list. However, I might show articles that I'm reading for my judging as they pop up. I will try not to react very much to the articles that I think are especially exciting, just to not give any hints as to who may take the cake this time around. And you can always read my articles on stream. That's good to know. Yeah, it's always good to know who is always down for an article read. So no, here we go. Oh, we'll just get this off the screen. Haha. So there you go. We have the humble beginnings of a reading challenge article. It's even named Reading Challenge right now. I don't know, I usually try to make it something a little more fun than that. I don't know, let's see. We can see where things will go, just kind of as we figure things out. And I've opened up another tab to do what? What was I looking at? Having half of a functioning brain cell is really difficult in matters of preparing things. So I'm like, oh, where am I? What was I trying to do? Trying to like massage the brain cell. It's not working. Oh, no, okay. I was looking for my past reading challenge articles to see what my naming convention was. Because I don't know, I like a little bit of consistency in my life. Okay, so it was just SC 2023. That thing. Reading challenge. Professional. Yes, indeed. Professional. That's just how we go. That's how we do. Oh man. Yeah, I need to really start separating. My event articles by year, and not just by WorldAnvil Summer Camp. Cause let me just pull my world in here. You know, like you got the categories and stuff. You know, events and challenges. Yay! WorldAnvil. You know, WorldAnvil's pretty humble. I feel like I should have another WorldAnvil page though. I thought I did. Anyway, but we also have the summer camp list, and it's growing quite long, and it's only going to get longer as I make like the writing challenge and a couple other things. Good Toy Boy, how are you doing? Happy time zone. But yeah, we should probably start separating my events by years rather than allow my summer camp list to just grow exponentially over time. But no, it's all good. Cause I don't know, cause I like having all my other events kind of like in a list like this, and I don't know. Just the summer camp list gets so unwieldy because I always come up with like 3 or 4 different articles over the course of a summer camp. You know, like meta articles. And this year I have even more because I have like the Feral Fridays and everything else. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll get there one day. Now's not really the time for organizing. I don't really have the time for that. Now is the time for getting challenges done. And today that is the reading challenge, which we're going to be working on over here. Well, first let me get this tab out of here, back into my main window. Boom, Summer Camp 2023 Reading Challenge. I'm gonna pop open the previous one to see what I did here. Do we have the image of the reading challenge badge yet? I imagine we don't, right? My events and challenges section is similarly jammed full of stuff. Yeah, I'm working on a separate world for like my meta content. So like event pages, like all this kind of other stuff in like an author world, more or less. I know that's something a lot of people do, and I kind of want to do that because I feel like my world's word count is so like artificially inflated by these giant event articles that I make. Because they are just jam-packed full of all kinds of wacky BB code and containers and just tons of fluff and me excitedly writing about other people's work and like my work and reflections on things. As you know, it's not always a bad thing, but I'd like to know a little bit more about how much of my word count is actually world building and how much is me writing about the events that I've taken part in. Cause I don't know, I have some beefy event articles. Oh, let's no. List. Largest articles. Yeah, largest articles, New Year's resolution, summer camp reading challenge from last year. I guess my Adventure April plot is up there, so it's one of my larger articles. SummerCamp 2021, SummerCamp 2020, SummerCamp 2022. Yeah, that's 3 event articles in a row. We're skipping this one because I just kind of made it as a throwaway for WorldAnvil. SummerCamp 2019, a community events archive, World Building Awards 2022. Like it's all event articles at the top here. And it's like thousands upon thousands of words just in these. I feel like I'm allergic to multiple worlds. Only one world for me. That's true. Largest articles of my one-shots? Yeah, I mean the one-shot that I made for Adventure April is my number 3, competing with all of my hefty event articles. I don't know, like we can take a peek at it and just kind of do a little slow scroll. Ooh. And just kind of, we got words, we got things, we got pictures. This isn't, like, this is not a completed product. I'm definitely not so eager to say like, hello, I have made an adventure. This adventure needs a lot of fine-tuning and a lot of, lore fiddling. I kind of did that whole thing where I'm like, oh, I'm writing this thing and I'm world building at the same time, so how much of this is actually going to stick when I actually, like, solidify what actually is true in my world, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but it was a lot of fun. A lot of good ideas came from it, and so I'm not gonna complain about that at all. But no, let's see. This little world... I currently own 3 worlds, technically. I have my world, I have the 7 Tomes world, and I have the Owlworks, which is the... Greetings. Greetings indeed. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? How are we feeling? My computer decided it was just time to not be anymore. Always a good sign. Always a good sign. Once the ad ends, of course. Curse those ads. How dare they take my friends from me. Very rude. But yeah, I hate them ads, right? You are exist again. I am exist again. I hope it will remain. That'd be pretty sick. Yeah, I don't rightly know what the problem is. All of these things are just pushing me in the direction of maybe I do need a new PC. But no, we'll see. No, genuinely, I was just sitting here like, oh yeah, let me look at my worlds, my world list. And then my computer's like, hey, we are encountering an issue. And it just hit me with like the blue screen. I'm like, oh, sick. We love to see that. How old is the current rig? Not old. Not old at all. I've only had this thing for like maybe 2 years? Maybe 2 years? Like my system is known to have like the occasional very random blue screen, but after the recent scare with like the whole like weird power outage thing kind of like destroying my Windows for some reason, I'm worried that this is somehow related and it's gonna be a recurring issue. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll have to play it by ear, figure it out. We can hope. But yeah, maybe the rest of stream will go off without a hitch. That'd be pretty sick. But no, let's we can go back here and see how things are. Maybe this time I click the button and it doesn't break? Might still be under warranty. Don't mean to give unsolicited advice. I don't know if it would be. Because I feel like a lot of those warranties basically say like, hey, don't touch any of the components too much. And I've touched several of the components. You know, like adding hard drives, adding a couple other things, you know, just like the usual stuff. But I don't know. I don't know how Newegg usually, yeah, I don't know how Newegg usually does things. That's where I bought my PC from. I bought it pre-built. So I don't know. I do have a mission for the near future to build my own PC. That'd be pretty sick. And I'm realizing now it's like pretty well within my budget. So, oh, I see. Being a capable computer owner, they hate that. Yeah. Yeah, they hate that. I work in IT, work in repair build department of Micro Center, so I have answers TM. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, like I'm not counting on a warranty being able to help me at all. But you know, I think the individual parts for the PC are probably fine, and it can probably be like freshened up wonderfully. And so maybe my goal might be build myself a new PC and see if I have any friends who might want to take this current one off my hands at some point. But we'll see. Hello, nice beans. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome in. But yeah, this is what I was trying to click on before my computer exploded. Yeah, this is my little world. It's the design of it is meant to like mimic my actual website. And so yeah, it's just kind of in here. I'm just in here testing different styles and CSS. And once this is all stuff that I haven't touched yet, but once I decide that I like it, I'm probably going to start moving my meta articles onto here. And then we'll see how we like them, we'll see how things look. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be so different seeing it go from like the Malcora style into this like a website-y style. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll have to play it by ear. Figure out how we want to do things. But yeah, no. We just we got a lot going on. So let's hop right back into this. We got our SummerCamp 2023 reading challenge. And of course, we cannot have a reading challenge without finding some icons that we want to use. Let's see. I like using the books because it just makes sense. We're reading. Last year I used a little book with a heart, but this time we need something else. I feel like so many of these book options are so lackluster. We need more. We need more excitement. We need more pizzazz. I don't know how much pizzazz we're gonna get. You know, if I look up reading, no, it's just gonna give me random stuff. This one gives me books. Well, how about a slice of bread with butter in it? That's pretty good. You know what, let's go with the book sparkles. I like that icon. It makes me happy. It's a nice one. There we go. Book sparkles. We're gonna refresh this page so I can edit the URL to get rid of this. And there we go. I should go through all my articles and do that. Just like delete any of the things that's like the special characters being translated into letters and numbers. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. If we put ourselves on too many tasks, we're gonna get done none of them. Ooh. Works for me. There we go. SummerCamp 2023. Alright. So how do we want to make this work? Is that a Sage feature? Yes, it is. It is indeed. Yeah, if you're a Sage, you can edit the URL slug for any of your articles. And so you can just make it say whatever you feel like. I usually do that to kind of clean things up. Maybe I'll remove the little thing at the end that says like what type of article it is. So it doesn't have to say article, it can just be SummerCamp 2023 reading challenge. In fact, I will make it that because that just makes me feel better. But no, I need to call upon some of the articles that I thought about the most this year. Like, there were a lot of really good articles I read that stuck with me. But a lot of those articles were also part of Feral Friday, so like they already got a spotlight. And I'm gonna add a little section for the Feral Fridays in here anyway. So they're going to be in this article regardless. Let's see, I should write mine, but I told myself I'm finishing judging first. Got a bunch of candidates in Discord this afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do my judging as well. Need to finish up all my readings. It would be ideal. I would like to get that done sooner rather than later. Of course, we only have, what, 10 days? Like, us as the judges, we only have 10 days to finish this. So, I need not dally for too long. Would be less than ideal, for sure. Now, I opened my files to look for something. Oh. Let's see, we need some images. It seems that the majority of articles are fantasy-based. Anybody feel the same way? Well, I feel like fantasy in general is just the most common genre for people to world build in, because it's such a broad, sea of possibilities. There are a lot of different ways to interpret fantasy. There are a lot of different types of fantasy. And so in the grand scheme of things, people are making like very different worlds, but they all fall under the same category of fantasy. And so it is really interesting to see how many fantasy writers there are and how different their worlds can be, even though they're all under this kind of same umbrella. What am I looking for? Badges, that's what... I just have this collection of badges. No, let's see. There is not... We don't have a badge yet for the reading challenge, right? Like, that's just not a thing. I would very much like to have it now. No, okay, let's see. Do some typing. Yeah, no, okay. We don't, so I'll just have to do a little placeholder. I know there's one coming, but I mean we can just pop in Camp Feral. That's fine. Now I have to decide how I want to do these sections. Ooh, and also what I want. I can just grab some of this. CSS, hide my little spoiler button thing. And so if we just look at it, here we go. Here's our article. It has begun. So let's see. We're gonna just sidebar footer. I don't need this open here. Our beloved full width footer. Where to begin? Where to begin? It's time for typing sounds. Couple rows, couple columns. Because I need to summon some of my articles. So let's see, where are we? SummerCamp 2023. we can just get all of these articles. Give me the article block. Thank you, thank you. I'm just grabbing the article blocks for all of the Feral Fridays, because I know I'm gonna put them in here. Might as well get them straight from the beginning. And that way it's one less thing to worry about. Copy that. Ooh. Things are just popping up all over the place. Let's copy article block. Bam. Now, did that work? It did. I don't know if I want them to be so large. things I'm realizing. Yeah, I really don't want them to take up that much space. I guess, Oh no, hold on. Right, nope, we're just gonna make another row here. Row container. Column D. 8. Slash container. Okay, so we have this going for us. They're still very tall. I wish they weren't so large. That's just the state of article blocks. Or not the state, that's just the nature of article blocks. But we need to have more containers. Container. Let's contain box gray. I have very poorly named containers because box gray is not a gray box, it is just this style of container. Let's see. How do you look in there? Oh, the spacing is so... Spacing before my headers is so large. And I wonder if it was always like that, or if I changed something in my CSS recently. I massacred my first attempt at a container? Oh no. That's not ideal. But no, listen, containers are their own beast. Sometimes you just gotta massacre a few in order to get them just right. Got too ambitious. Oh no. Little switcheroo, switch sides. I'm debating. Trying to figure out what exactly I want to do here. What kind of silly little CSS I want to do here. Because naturally, I do want to show off these articles. Is this the time where I make a very, very custom container? Just for a section like this? Alright, you know what? Containers within containers within containers. This is gonna be a fun time. Container. What do I want to call you? Container. You are now named Smoof. Now we're just gonna refresh that real quick. It doesn't know what that means yet. We're gonna have to make this a little bit longer. Let's see. There we go. That's smooth. Alright, now how do I control article panels? There we go. Let's just use your CSS article panel, or I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how this goes. Or dot smooth. Oh, hold on. We're doing mad science. Here's what we're doing. So if we just do a little bit of this, just to see if it's working. Oh. Dot user CSS dot smooth. I don't know. My understanding of code did not comply with them at all. Oh no. Well, yeah, my understanding of code is also quite limited. So really, we are just like messing around. We're just having a good old grand time. We're just typing in random things and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't, so if you see nothing happening on my screen, it's because nothing is happening. But no, we're on this grand journey together. My extremely clean code where everything is labeled. Oh, we're just opening Discord real quick, haha. Don't mind me. Let's see, how do I make a thing? Are the burbs gone? Oh, I haven't fired up the burbs today. Hold on, I can remedy this. Did they blow up your computer? Maybe they did, who knows? Oh, let's see if we can just get a... If we can just get the burbs in today. Probably, likely. Now, let's see. We gotta have burbs. It's very important. There we go. Maybe, yes? Yeah, we got birds. There you go, they're the creatures. Yee! I love them. Thank you for reminding me about the burbs. I just kind of wasn't thinking about it. I got a little bit of a late start on stream today anyway, because I was just like fiddling with my microphone settings. Hey, got my hard hat on and everything. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was fiddling with my microphone settings, my sound settings, just a bunch of things before stream. And of course, I always pick right before stream to do these things. But yeah. Okay. No, we're just refreshing things. Don't mind me. Just playing around with silly little codes in CSS. Okay, there we go. Now we have a thing happening. I just made it white so I could see it when it pops up. Oh, there we go. No background. Or is it, okay, is it article panel heading? Just doing a little copy paste-o. Ooh. Okay. So we know that we've at least targeted the correct thing. Article panel. Who are you? Display none. Cool. So there's a little bit of that. So we can display none for that. Well, that's kind of it. Yeah, it's gonna be really funny for a second because I've just displayed none the entire thing. Dot something else. But finally, things are happening on my screen, so that's what matters. Display none, gotta be my favorite CSS. Yep, simple, straight to the point, does exactly what it asks, and yeah, there you go. So what are you called? Excerpt, that's the word I was looking for. Excerpt. Beautiful. So I'm literally just making a custom container in CSS that hides basically all of the things from article blocks except basically the title and the image. Because I don't want them to take up so much space on this page. I'd actually like them to take up as little space as possible. That'd be really nice. Did a similar thing on my reading challenge. Yeah, I mean, I might do something similar for the entire page, but I don't know yet. We'll see. But I kind of always wanted to have something like this, so I mean, no better time than the present when we're actively working on an article that's going to have a ton of these things around. The article blocks aligned poorly without it, yeah, 100%. And so that's why part of me is also kind of thinking that dot heading font size. Okay, now it's just too small. 16, no, maybe 18. 18 could work. What is it right now? Looks like 20. No? Yo, hey. Gonna need you to relax there, computer. 21? It's like, it's between 21 and 22. Did I use like a EM size for this or something? Article panel heading. I didn't set a size for that actually. Article panel heading. I don't have a regularly set size for article panel headings. We're just gonna do 20. And I think that's fair. That's gonna change a lot. Or no, it's not gonna change a lot, I guess. It's gonna change several things in a couple other articles. But we'll clean up the aftermath later. That's the decision we're making. We're doing this later. Any other time but now. How about the padding? If we just turn it off. There is no padding. Margin? None? Okay. There is no padding, no margin. Oh wait, no, hold on. Padding is 0px. That's what we should have typed in. And boom. She is now smooshed. And so we have a little before. And after. Much less space. Clean article panels. Okay. So we have that going for us. That's really good. We went into this with the goal of having a reading challenge and we came out with a Whole new adventure in CSS. We're just gonna hit that save button like another 6 times real quick. So many times you can see it like coming out like right here. You can see the little saved button. Yeah, there we go. So this is the power of custom containers. You can just do whatever you want, and that's pretty sick. But alright. It is still really irking me that my headers are so... Why is padding so large? I don't know. We'll have to see. If we just go here ourselves. What are you? H2, padding. Or is it the container that's doing that? Box contain. It is. But I don't want there to be no padding. Oh no. We just can't win either way, I don't think. It's a rough one, it's a rough one. We may just have to live with this. Or how about, what does box gray say? Hold on, margin top, margin bottom. I think we can do without the padding. And the margin? Oh, the margin is something else entirely. Padding top 0px. You are not the issue, I guess. Yeah, see, we're just trying to figure out how we want this all to work. But every change I make, every small change I make in the CSS right now, I know is going to just completely ruin another article somewhere. And so that is why one of my really big goals is to do a complete overhaul of my CSS. Maybe not in the appearance necessarily, but in the way that it's coded and the way that it all comes together. Because I have a lot of lines in here that I feel like either could be combined or could find homes elsewhere, or maybe just don't even need to be there at all. That's really the struggle here, huh? Nowhere. Because these two are the exact same value. Like the exact same. Ooh, that little slash boy would have ruined my life. Yeah, like there are several things in this code that I'm looking at like, oh, why did I do this? Why is this here? What does this actually do? I know, yeah, why are you like this? Don't do that, I'm tired already. I'm sorry, I can't help it either. I'm also tired. Oh, whoops. I'm hovering things. Oh, the margins. Hold on, okay. I didn't think to change the margins on my H2s. Pretty good, pretty good. Writing comments and codes is essential and I never do it. Yeah, me too. I mean, okay, I've been trying to. As of late, I have been trying to. And it's kind of working, like here and there. But then I always make that crucial mistake of like, oh, I'll remember what this is for. This section will just make sense to me when I come back later and look at it. No, it won't. No, it won't, and I know it won't. I know that I'm going to look at this in like, honestly, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go get a drink, sit back down and look at this and be like, huh, why did I do it like this? And I'm not gonna remember anything. But alright, that's fine. Because we at least have this going for us. And that is looking pretty solid, pretty good. We're gonna get rid of the padding if there's already good. Hold on. That made the padding higher. No padding, a little bit of margin. That's definitely gonna mess up some of my article formatting though. Because that spacing before was nuts. Now it's pretty chill. Now it's pretty small. But I like it for this article, and so for this article it stays. And you know what? That's pretty good. I know you can only see like a fraction of my screen right now, but that's okay. You can do article-specific CSS. Oh, that's true. Of course, that is true, but I kind of want these changes to be all throughout my world. I'm just gonna have to do a lot of editing later. Like for example, if I can, let's see, I have a lot of tabs open. If I look at one of these articles, you know, this is fine. This is what I changed basically, the header ones. And that spacing is still okay. Just before it was a lot stronger. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So it might actually be completely fine. This might actually be a change that I do not regret in any capacity. But once again, we will come back here, we'll copy this. Give me sidebar, plop this. Oh, why did you not copy when you said you copied? There we go. Sidebar. Oh, no, I keep clicking on things. I need to not be clicking on things. So we refresh this, and now there's a little Camp Feral badge on here. Ain't she beautiful? I just did a CSS thing too. What'd you do? What are you doing out there in the world of wacky wild CSS? It's kinda insane. Oh boy. I hope you don't mind that I just like opened this in my stream window. CSS testing article. Oh, what is this? Toy Pie, what am I looking at? Whatever it is beautiful. The Eclipse is all CSS? What? What do you mean it's all CSS? What do you mean? That's sick. Are you trying to claim the title of wizard? You're gonna have to fist fight a lot of people for that title. Yes, it's mine. Hell yeah, that's the spirit. Mage, maybe. There you go. Let's see. What do I want my little subheading to be for this one? Last year, I wrote finding inspiration within the work of the community. And while it is true that that remains the objective of the reading challenge, I just want to say something different. And I'm curious what that different thing would be. Just growl, chomp, munch, crunch, delicious articles. Yay. That sounds like a pretty good one. Here we go. Confronting the mountain of articles. Let's sit in my reading list. Exclamation point because of the hype. So there we go. Confronting the mountain of articles that sit in my reading list. Oh, my neck is absolutely destroying me. That's not unusual, not by any means. But I just wish it wasn't doing that right now. Yeah, the mountain of articles that have been sitting in my reading list. There we go. Refresh, it still fits. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So there we go. Yes, we do have a mountain of articles in our reading list. We just need to figure out exactly how we want to tackle them. So off to the vignette we go. The layout for mine last year was so nice. So yeah, let's see if I can pull up a couple things. Let me grab my pledge article maybe. So yeah, I don't know how much reading I'm actually going to get done on this stream today. I think really it is just setting up the document for the reading challenge. Just from there, seeing where we can go. So sections, we'll just this would be content panel. We should put this in content panel bottom. I think that would make sense for me. So for anybody who wishes to do any reading, then maybe, just maybe, I will link my favorite article of the event. And it's not hard for me to pick a favorite article of the event because it's the only article that I really formatted to any meaningful degree. And that just automatically makes it my favorite. Let's see, how do I easily get to my summer camp page? I have so many tabs open right now. Maybe that's why my computer keeps blowing up. It would make sense. My Days of the Week article has a crazier one on it. Ooh. I'll have to go see it at some point. Well, let's see what we've gotten here so far. Because we're gonna fill up basically this entire section here with like the actual reading challenge, and so everything on here is gonna be just like supplemental stuff. Like, I'm gonna put the actual badge for the reading challenge here when I actually, you know, get my hands on it. And yeah, just if you want to see my favorite article from the event, if you want to see my summer camp pledge, you know, all these things. And then we'll have a little section for Feral Fridays. It'll be good. It'll be beautiful. My all my challenge articles just end up getting piled on with so much stuff. I just keep finding more stuff to throw into them. So if we just put little break lines here, that'd be nice. Maybe put a space after that one. Just to push it down a little more, that's perfect. So we're gonna get a little description in here for Feral Fridays. Tell everyone, hey guys, if you want more articles for your reading list that are all super cool and awesome, you can definitely click on these pages here. Can you believe that over the course of summer camp, through Feral Fridays, we've featured over 60 articles? That's pretty sick in my opinion. Because each one of these showcases has minimum 15 articles in it. And so that's pretty impressive in my opinion. You're doing great work, thank you. I don't know, I'm just having fun riding the wave, you know what I mean? It's really cool. It's like it's an excuse to have people send me their favorite articles. And I'm setting aside dedicated time to actually look at them and read them. And so that's pretty sick. Celebratory sippy.
Yourselves.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, that alert took so long to come out. I thought it was broken. Because I saw the thing pop up, and then I saw your message. I'm like, where's the sound? Alright, yeah. So yeah, we're just out here trying to do our best, that's all. Let's see, what are we doing here? Because my objectives for summer camp are very simple. Write cool words. Read cool words. And inflict the feral on people so that more people create cool words. Thereby increasing my level of feral energy, allowing me to read more cool words. That's my real end game. I just want to read more cool articles. And the more people I convince to get absolutely hog wild feral for summer camp, the more cool articles I get to read. So we had so many brand new campers this year. And we need to see more. We need more fresh summer campers. Alright, let's see. I'll get into this, not for the CSS wizard title, but for the awesomeness of the animation. Ooh. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with the thing that you've created, Kitoipoi, so maybe one day I'll try to dive into wacky wild adventures like this. No, okay, so I'm definitely going to do one of these sections on my sponsored prompt, because of course I'm going to be sitting and fine-tooth combing through these articles, so I should most certainly have some things to say about it. But I feel like the section for my article, or like my prompt, is going to be like very large. You know, like it's not just going to be me doing like, oh, hee-hoo, the little reading challenge, here are 3 articles from it. No, like I'm probably gonna post up my entire like shortlist on there. And I don't remember what I settled on for the number of people I'm gonna have in my shortlist. I think for shortlist I said 10. And for like long list of being like, hey man, these are really cool articles, really impressive, I think that might be 20. So like the 10 plus another 10. And then I just like really start to cut down, like down to brass tacks, and then whoever wins from that pool will be the winner. We'll just have to see who that is, because I don't actually know yet. I'm just now starting to do like proper like full readings of the articles after making like my my quicker cuts. So for the articles that I can't read, the articles that are not like styled appropriately, missing art credit, you know, like the disqualifiers, things like that. So now I'm just reading stuff. I'm happy with top 50,000. Well, hey, every single person who submitted an article to my prompt is going to be in the top 50,000. Because there's only 300. So hey, even better. Top 300, automatically. Hell yeah, best bracket. I dare say with my cuts, I think top 125 is my first wave. Huzzah, top 300! Yeah, there you go, there you go. Hell yeah, best bracket. So yeah, we have many winners. It's certainly a larger number than the amount of articles I had for WorldAnvil. I only had to read like 40. Just opened a tab and it just started playing stuff. Spooky. I love when that happens. I just close, or I reopen a tab and it just starts playing stuff. I'm like, oh, I forgot about you. Let's see. If we do prompt 1, or you know, it's placeholder for now. Prompt 1. Better 2. Prompt 2. I think I put around 30 articles in my reading challenge. Ooh. Yeah, I know so many people are doing like these giant hefty reading challenges. And honestly, mine may be pretty similar. Only because I plan to do so much with my sponsored prompt. And all that like extra little sections I plan on throwing in, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Because I plan to read articles from my chapter. So I plan to give like 1 read per member, pretty much, minimum. And I also want to read articles from just like the rest of the community too. Because, you know, I don't want to limit myself to just my group. But, of course, chapter reading challenge is always very fun. So, that's at least going to be like that to some degree. Probably, maybe. Let's see. Can I just like lorem ipsum my reading challenge template? Let's say I've read hundreds though. They could have put me as a spare judge for the children's songtale prompt. I've read them all. Very good, very good. Yeah, that must have been your favorite then, huh? It's pretty cool. Oh, you know, I'm realizing I didn't put something in the fridge that I probably should have put in the fridge like a little while ago, so I'll be right back. Chair stream. You're gonna bonk me when I'm not even sitting in my chair? The bonk is supposed to make me like get up and chair look a little crooked. Oh, well, we can't judge the chair. She needs a little break. I'm always sitting in this chair. Oh, and the little head pillow is so nice. Oh, I just looked up and there's a bug on my ceiling.
Yourselves.
We're gonna take our little sip to distract us from that. I missed you stepping away. Oh, the sippies are coming in. Yeah, honestly, I got up and I was waiting for him, like, oh, is Katoipa gonna hit me with the sippy? Because it's been every single time I get up when you're here. No, it's so good. I know you're so remorseful of every time you've made me sip while I'm not even at my desk with my mug. I normally do, I know. I know, and it's wonderful. Ooh. Wait, I don't remember this song. Is this... Are we playing random stuff right now? Oh, we are. That's fine. Pretty cool song right now. Oh, let's see. Oh, you know, I'm gonna put my previous reading challenge in here too. Because why not? I need stuff to pad out my sidebar. Just because I know that there's gonna be a lot of, like, words and sections for all of these articles. Yeah, we have a pretty hefty required word count for this little challenge here, if I recall. Now I don't know which setting. Oh, this tab here. Okay, the article you submit needs to be at least 1,000 words long, which makes sense. I feel like you should probably write a bunch of things. No maximum, of course. But yeah, so of course I need to do... Of course, there's the 3 prompts and 3 articles from each. That's like the minimum. Give some likes and friendly comments. And then write down your new world-building goals for the next year. After all, you've just learned a lot from all that reading and writing, and probably made a lot of world-building progress. I feel like I did make a pretty decent amount of progress. At the very least, in one region of my world. Thought I would struggle hitting 1K. Yeah, I mean, for something like this, where you're putting in, like, your thoughts, comments, praises, and other things about different articles, the words kind of just add up. Because, like, if you're writing about things that you enjoy, you just start, like, rambling a little, and, like, oh, suddenly, word count is here. Okay, I have to go play some D&D. Katoipa, you enjoy your D&D. You have a wonderful session. But check this out before I go. Ooh, more things to go look at. Ooh, we got the moons. Oh, we got the green moon. That's cool. So yeah, these are fancy. These are really cool. Yes. Thanks for the animation introduction. Yeah, this is so cool. Bye! Farewell! Thanks for hanging out. One day I will learn this CSS wizardry. One day. Let's see. Give me I need to find my own inspiration for words to write down. I'm just like struggling to do stuff. I don't know, I feel like that's just the common theme for me right now. Like my brain is just off. Completely off. Yes, we're pulling up a mug with our favorite sippy. Because it's time. Finally time for the reading challenge. Hope to one day be good at CSS. It's a process. Like, it's just a whole learning process. There's a lot you can do in CSS without knowing a whole lot about it. We're pulling up our sippies, you say? Indeed. Thank you. But yeah, there's a lot you can do in CSS without really knowing a lot about CSS. But it's when you want to do the more complex, the more complicated things that having a little more education in CSS really helps out. And if you can't get like education in CSS, having some wizardly friends certainly helps. And that's sort of why we have the CSS help channel in the WorldAnvil Discord and beyond. Because we have a lot of CSS wizards just kind of floating around the community. And so if there is a dream that you are trying to achieve, odds are one of them can help you. But yeah, doing a lot of the basic stuff in CSS is really, really easy. Like, I will say it's pretty easy. The important thing is just understanding, like, what elements to target. Sometimes finding them can be really annoying because they are not going to be exactly what comes up on the inspect screen. But, yeah. I can't deal with CSS when I don't have full HTML access. That's fair. That is also fair. But it's really fun and interesting to see what people come up with and what kinds of silly workarounds people find for just working within the limitations of the platform. Because, you know, we can't do literally everything on WorldAnvil. But you can do a lot of really cool wizardry and play with the tools and see what new things you can discover. And people have made some awesome things that I think previously were thought, like, you know, out of reach. So I don't know. It all just depends on what kinds of things you're exploring and what you're trying to do. But yeah, that is what we were saying. Ba-ba-ba-bum. And I'm making sure I add a little note that says I'm still waiting for my grab your sippy and go world build mug. Because I am indeed still waiting for my grab your sippy and go world build mug. Someone will have to deliver this to me. Or if I don't get it soon, I'm probably gonna make it myself. Because it is kind of like my little catchphrase here. That's how I close out every stream. Oh, let's see. Row, container, column D, 8. Ooh, not 80. Container. Oops. Wrong direction of bracket. Container. Call MD 4. Slash. Ooh. I can't spell. I keep spelling things wrong. Slash row. There we go. Okay, and the way that we're doing this, you know, we'll do a little header 4. I'm trying to think of a title that I want to put on this. Oh, heck yeah. We can listen to some Divinity music. I like that. After playing so much Baldur's Gate recently, I have desperately wanted to return to Divinity Original Sin 2. And I feel like that's problematic because Baldur's Gate is already sucking me in. Like, I want to play it so much. The only thing holding me back from doing so is knowing that I have so much work to do and my schedule is just fully booked out. But Baldur's Gate 3 is already sucking away like all of my attention. Divinity would also do the exact same thing, so combining those two games, playing them at the same time, would be a disaster for my productivity. So what we need to do is we need to power through all of the work that we have ASAP, so I can just sink myself into these games. I did the smart thing in not buying Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Yeah, that would have been the smart thing for me to do too, but no, I had to jump in as soon as possible. But no, it's a fantastic game. If you're thinking about buying it, I absolutely do recommend it. If you are a busy person with some deadlines coming up, maybe don't buy it yet, but do buy it, because it is a fantastic game. Good old Larian Studios. They just keep hitting. I'm going to buy in the middle of moving. Yeah, in the middle of moving is probably not the best time to fall into this game, because fall you will. In only the best ways, of course, but fall you will. Gotta make sure I build some furniture first, exactly. So let's see. Do a little bit of this. But I sure look forward to playing. Yes, and I look forward to you playing. I look forward to you experiencing this game, because so far I've just been having a blast. I love this style of game. Like, I played Divinity Original Sin, like the first one. I played Divinity Original Sin 2. Now I'm playing this game, and all three were awesome games. I love playing them, and I keep coming back to them. And they're just, they're so good. They're so good. And now this game has like all the D&D 5e mechanics, which I'm still wrapping my brain around. I'm hoping that this game will help me become better at actual D&D. That'd be the hope, you know what I mean? Like, being a little more creative with my, especially combat, being a little more creative with my combat. Not being so afraid to use my spell slots on things. I feel like that really, I feel like that's really the thing that kneecaps me. Every time I play D&D, I'm just like, I'm afraid to use my spell slots. Because I think, oh, what if I need it later? What if I need it for a fight later? Like, I need it for a fight now. Just use it now. We can go take a rest later. It'll be fine. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a fantastic time. No more than one of your spell slots should be essential for later. Ideally, yes. Yes, yes. But then if I'm on my last one, I'm like, oh no. It's like that mentality that has me playing video games and then never drinking my potions because what if I need them later? You know what I mean? And so I just end the game with pockets full of potions that I could have used in so many different encounters but didn't because what if? I'm a silly gamer. I cannot help this. Hoarding is fun. Hoarding is fun if you're a dragon. Well, don't be saying such things out loud. No one can know. We will not tell anyone. Listen, all I'm gonna say is there's a reason I played a draconic bloodline sorcerer in my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Or, you know, the playthrough that I'm currently running. Imagine completing a playthrough already. That'd be nuts. That'd be insane. Is that even possible? Has the game been out long enough for non-stop play to actually finish the campaign? Because I hear it takes like 100 hours just like doing the bare minimum to finish the game. That's a lot of time. It's a challenge I'm more than willing to undertake. Let's get some headers in here. Not headers. Line breaks. Let's see. So let's see, we're probably gonna want to put... I'll probably put it in between here. Line break. Bum, 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 bum. You just put this here. Go no link. Header 2. I need to go get the exact wording for this prompt. Give me the competition page. Cora the Dawnbringer. There we go. Historical vigor is still venerated today, and why? Oh, this is a fun time to share one of my, like, judging criteria. Now that I'm getting into, like, the brass tacks and into the readings. I'm really looking for articles that actually explain to me why this figure is still venerated. And also bonus points for how. Because I notice with a lot of things like this, people write in their articles that this is a venerated historical figure. But they don't get into the actual reasons, or they gloss over the reasons so quickly that they might as well just be saying like, It's like, here's the character's, like, little biography. Oh, and by the way, they're venerated. Surprise. People forget the and why part. Yeah, sometimes people do. Sometimes people forget the and why. Like, they don't mention what made the person so, so well known, or like so renowned, or so important. Not even like on a grand scale, but even just like they can be venerated by one person. You know what I mean? Like, they can absolutely be venerated by one person, they can be venerated by a group, they can be venerated by an entire world. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter who the who is. I just want to know why. And so that is one of the important things that I'm like looking out for and keeping my eye on. I know, the people who have like fully answered the prompt, of course, have done a fantastic job with it. And I'm enjoying reading these articles. Call MD 9. This is a fun song. I have to go work early tomorrow. I wish an amazing stream. Why, thank you, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you had a fun little time in my corner of the internet. And I'll see you around. Why did that pop up? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I hope early work goes well. I also have to go to work early, so I have to stop staying up quite so late. I would like to sleep at normal hours. I watch the ending tomorrow. Oh, why, thank you. There's not going to be a whole lot to watch. Of course, we're going to be offline probably sometime in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes. Who knows? But bye-bye. Thank you for stopping in. It is much appreciated. I don't know about the thing that I'm currently doing. Because I feel like we want another little container within a container situation going on right now. So we get one of these, and we get like a little one of these. We get another one of these, but we pair it with one of these. And we refresh to make sure I didn't break anything. Oh, but of course I need to move this image in here, because that is meant to be its home. Does this work as waving goodbye? It might. It certainly could. No, I do not quite like what I'm doing here. Maybe? Just get rid of this. Get rid of this. Wrong button, for certain. If we do one of these, allowed. This call MD business, anything adding up to 12 will work? Yes. Yes indeed, yes indeed. And let's see, I do... Oh, more Divinity music. This is one of my favorite songs from Divinity. Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. I really feel like Borislav had to hold back on the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack. Though there are some bangers, it just doesn't hit quite as much as DOS 2 soundtrack. Maybe I'm just biased. Maybe I just like it too much. Let's see. I want this to be... Oh, actually, wait, no, hold on. The image probably just needs to go up here. Words go here, yes, yes. Now you see the methods by which I plan. Far better than my test. Yeah, how do you test? What are your methods? I type test, yeah. Simple as, indeed. I don't know, sometimes I just like putting random words in, so whatever just comes to mind, I just kind of like type it in and there's my testing words. Oh, I think 120 might actually have been fine. We're probably going to get more than just one line of text, right? Yes, yes, indeed. Rather indubitably. My good sir. And or madam. And or neither. Seem to be more than just one line of text here. How curious. Wahoo. Yeah, so I want to have like a little section here that's just all about my judging experience and how that's gone and kind of how my brain worked around like my method of judging as opposed to maybe how other people approach judging. And I guess that can help inform people in the future if I do sponsor another prompt in the future. They can know kind of like what to look out for. You know, like if they really want to play to the judge, for example, they'd be like, oh, these are the things that Strixline looks for in the articles. There you go. I promise it's nothing revolutionary. It's really just going to be all the same stuff that I've been telling everyone on stream, like, hey, did you faithfully answer the prompt? Did you make nice sections in your articles that make sense? You know, like, oh, these kinds of things. Do the words mental characteristics show up anywhere in your article? If so, I probably already deducted points. But yeah, no, it's an adventure. So we have like a pretty solid framework for this article already. So we have, of course, our little intro here. We're probably gonna add like a couple more phrases, just things that we want to say to the beginning of this article. And then we dive into prompt 1, whichever one I choose, and prompt 2, whichever one I choose, and then, like, you know, article here, article here, article here. Prompt 2, article, article, article. It's gonna take up a lot more space than I think my sidebar currently allows, but, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. What if mental characteristics is written in a cool font? Ooh, you know, that's a good question. I may consider it. No, but it's not an immediate elimination. But I don't know. I get a little picky when it comes to people kind of like relying very heavily on the like base article template fields. Because like the specific way that it creates headers for you just kind of like irks me. You know what I mean? And so if I see those like default template headers all over your article, I kind of just get like, it kind of grinds against that thing I say where, like, you know, have nice sections for your articles and for your information in them, where it feels like you organized your information in a way that you want it to be presented in like a special way. So that's the kind of thing that excites me in articles. So if it feels like I've opened an article and you've just kind of like info dumped into the different fields like you're answering questions in a workbook, then that just kind of, you know, I just want a little tiny bit more effort than that. That's all. Default headers use a different HTML tag than the editor. Interesting. Can't deal with that. Yeah, no, I like my layouts to be very precise, like very specific. I have like a formula that I like to keep to. And so using the default template forms just don't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. If I were just trying to world build for the sake of world building, I think answering all of the questions in the template would be super useful. Like, that would help me create the thing that I'm writing about. But then when I start presenting it to people, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, we're gonna pull this information and this information from these two sections and like make them into a paragraph. You know, like this whole like mixing and mashing and making it just like an interesting read. You know, I want it to kind of be like literature when it all comes down to it. Like, I kind of want you to be reading a story a little bit when you read my like nicer articles. Like, I want to paint a picture for you. I don't just want to describe the thing. You know? So I don't know. It's just, it's an adventure. We all have different ways of writing and reading, of course, and different ways of judging, and that's mine. And built to purpose, exactly. So yeah, we'll have this little silly little section here. We'll have to workshop this one. Because this section in particular is going to be like a hot topic for me to cover. And I still have to debate on whether or not I like the way that I've kind of set up this little container here. See what I'll do with the sidebar and all. Who knows? Who knows? Much to do, much to experience. Much to figure out and untangle. Oh yeah, so if I, at the very least, if I add another little section here. This is about what I'd want it to look like. So like this is all contained and this pops up with a little artist credit. And I think that'd be good. So we just need to get like 5 or so lines, 6 lines of writing into that little container to space it to that size, and then we'll be all good. But then we need to figure out the content that's going all over this. Who knows? Ooh, you know, okay, hold on. I will fill that sidebar with art. Wherever, or you know, a mid-journey piece. Just to make it look fancy. Because this is like the venerated character that I wrote about. So it just fits thematically. So yeah, there you go. And so we'll just fill this out with more writing, and then underneath we'll probably have like short list, long list underneath, you know, something like that. We'll make it work. Just given the way these things work and just like the sizes of things, I feel like maybe I want to pick a short list and a long list that are like in multiples of 3. Because trying to fit like article blocks in rows of 5 or even 4, not 4, 4 is probably okay, but like 5s in a row, it just, everything gets so smushed and weird, it just doesn't work, you know? Cause like we have these, and like these work just fine as 3s. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something we'll have to workshop. It'll be something we figure out later. But yeah, there's kind of like the framework so far of our reading challenge. We have our title, our icon, subheading for funsies, a tiny little cute intro to be like, hello, it is reading challenge time, let's go. This is going to be a placeholder for the event badge once that comes out. And then once I figure out what prompts I'm going to do, I will replace these with, have you decided on the prompts yet? I have not. I've actually really not decided on the prompts yet. Oh yeah, I just answered it. I am thinking, like, I'm very curious, like, you know, because of the nature of the prize, I'm very curious about all of the organizations that have spawned from prompt 1. Because, you know, Janet and Dimmy are giving out quite the prize for it. So I'm very curious what kinds of things people have made for that prompt, and what excellent things I can find in there. Because I, at the very least, like one article from that prompt is one like I read earlier on in the event, and it's really stuck with me. And it's like it's really stuck with me, but I can't remember the actual name of the organization right now, which is really sad. But it was Carillion's article from Megacorpolis. I imagine it has the most submitted articles. Yeah, I think it did. I think it had something like 600 or so articles maybe in it. I don't know, I can go check right now. I basically have it open. If the page will load. 679. So almost 700 articles in this prompt. That's a lot of articles. At least there are 2 looking through that, yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, it's pretty good. Because I feel like so many of people's like best went into this one. You know, for obvious reasons. it's really cool to be recognized by Janet and Dimmy for the things that you write, because, you know, they're at the top of all of this. Oh yes, Omnifaith Inc. That was the article that I read early in the event that stuck with me. I just chucked something in there. No, that's totally fair, that's totally fair. But this is the article I was talking about, by Carillion. It's Megacorpolis. Omnifaith Inc. And so here we go. We're not gonna like read it right now, but this is just like what it was. And it doesn't look like it's changed since I read it, I don't think. Or no, I think a couple things have been added here. But yeah, there's some really cool, interesting stuff in here. And now I'm curious, did Carillion make Diamond? He didn't. Curious. I feel like I read that ages ago. Yeah. I mean, this article came out like really early on in the event. Like, last update was on the 12th of July. So this article was made early and then just like not really touched all that much towards the end of the event. So like this got busted out real quick, and it's an incredible article at the same time. So that's really awesome. But yeah, like the concept of this article just like really stuck with me this entire time. And it really is one of those situations where people are writing like this really dystopian content where it's like, I don't know whether to like laugh or start sweating really hard because I could see this happening in real life. You know what I mean? Like that is what I got out of reading this article. And it's no god too great, no devil too small. So good. So good. So yeah, the Church of Capitalism. I don't know, this is probably one of those articles that's going to end up on my reading challenge page. Specifically because it stuck with me so much. I feel like if an article does that to you, it might as well. Like it's earned its position there. And in a similar vein, one article by Stormbrill also stuck with me. Oh, it's just rebranded Scientology? Maybe? I don't really... Okay, I will confess, I don't know a lot about Scientology. But from what I have heard of it, yeah, probably. But another article that has stuck with me all throughout summer camp since I read it the first time, Stormbrill's Tinkets. My favorite little creatures, look at them. Look at them, they're amazing. I love looking at them. Look how scrunkily they look. Just these little sketches. I don't know, I get, wait, there's a whole map for them? Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh no, everything's loading so slowly. Ah. Dang. Wait, hold on. Did he just put this map in here and then like CSS over it to do this? Or does it just link to the map? I don't know. Wizardry either way. But there's a habitat map for the Tinkets. But yeah, look at this creature. I love it. So just based off of these two articles alone that have like really stuck with me throughout the entire event, look at him doing little reachy for things. Yeah, these two articles sticking with me the most throughout summer camp, I think, is informing my decision of which two prompts I should look at. Because I mean, mischievous personality in a species, that just is something that I find delightful regardless. And a powerful organization, that's just always really cool. I need more inspiration for organizations in my world in general, so might as well, right? Why not? So yeah, So that may just be... I'm going to write them in. How's that? I'm going to write them into my article, and as I click through every single one of my tabs to see which one's the right one. Here we go. We'll say that the mischievous species is part 2. Or prompt 2. And... get to the bottom of the page, please. A powerful organization in your world. Boom. So we will say that those are my 2 prompts that I'm going to be reading from. And we'll just see what we find in there. If I get like way too overzealous, I might add more to that list. I may do other prompts. I may do more things, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll just see what we end up with. I may end up doing more than just 3 per. That might be my little compromise there. I don't know, we'll see. Because this is gonna be another one of those really chunky articles where a lot of things just happen all at the same time. But yeah. So yeah, it was an absolute pleasure and delight to be working with this, working on this with you guys today. I just, there's so much I want to do and so much I want to get done, but so little time, so precious little time. But I'm sure you all understand. All of us nerds, all of us world builders, we know what's up. We know the challenge, we know how it be. But how about this? We shall find a friend to raid. Where shall we go? Who shall we meet? Shall we go, 2 options. What are we feeling, my friends? Are we feeling more writing or are we feeling more art? Because these are our 2 options at the moment. And basically, whoever votes first will have their way. Oh, let's get my face here. I'm feeling like snoozing a bit. It's 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, yeah, you should be like in bed right now. You should be asleep. I don't know, do you have somewhere to be in the morning? I hope not, if you're staying up that late. Ooh. Ugh, I also need to be snoozing. Oh my gosh, I'm like yawning all over the place. Building furniture tomorrow morning. Yeah, I feel like you need your strength for that. I feel like it's a good idea to be well rested for these things. No, okay, how about if we're all feeling snoozy and tired, maybe we'll go hang out with CB Doodles, doing some art and stuff. So we'll see what they're up to. What they and the gang are doing. So I welcome you all to hop onto this little raid train, and we're going to go see my friends CB Doodles and see what they're up to. See what they're working on today. See you later. See you later. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping in. It was wonderful working on this reading challenge article setup with you. Thank you guys for coming. Everyone, remember, stay hydrated and stay healthy out there. Grab your sippies. Go world build. I will see you again, maybe Friday, but definitely Saturday. So, I will see you then. Farewell.